Hi guys, it's Roger and Abe here from This Kingdom, and we're going to be quickly just discussing a couple of new pops that have just been announced this last week. We're going to look at the Bing Bong from Pixar, and we're also going to have a quick look at the Ant-Man pop vinyls as well. Okay, so Abe, have you got a chance to have a look at Bing Bong?
Bing Bong, yes, actually. Bing Bong didn't show up in the Toy Fair catalog. It was actually one of those question mark silhouettes. And when he finally popped up, we finally got to see one of them, and it's Bing Bong from Inside Out. I have no idea who he is. I have not seen him in any trailer. I believe
He's an imaginary friend, isn't he?
Yeah, obviously it's something from her brain. I have a feeling it could be from her dreams. I don't know. He could be it looks like he could be a bad guy and a good guy at the same time. So he could be a nightmare or a good friend. Who knows?
But I think there's a lot of people thinking he's a nightmare because it looks. it's just like that's pretty scary.
I guess the only thing that's throwing me off is obviously he has a little colorful flower and everything, but he also his trunk has the end looks like a little heart.
Yeah,
and so I'm assuming maybe it's a good thing. But
the thing is, you see, for me, we have this thing of our family with pink elephants. My brother always used to have nightmares about the elephants from Dumbo.
Yep.
So I actually there's this thing of like a pink elephant actually does symbolize to like growing up that that's what
that's true.
It was always so but yeah, it looks pretty funky. But yeah, I mean, I think Inside Out is going to be pretty interesting. It was, I think, one of the characters they didn't want to announce straight off the bat.
Right.
They've been quite sort of. They've been trying to be quite quiet about this one. So I think that makes sense because, I mean, all the toys we've seen, I mean, there's been loads and loads of stuff coming out. I'm just going to bring up a picture here of Bing Bong so we can see what he looks like, not on the pop vinyl mode, because sometimes it doesn't always it
doesn't translate. Well, speaking of that, while you do that, one thing that I did want to say, oh wow, that's completely night and day. One of the things that I did think about the pop is that it is a little refreshing because it's a different mold from the usual standard pop. But wow, he definitely looks interesting.
I mean, he looks
like a raccoon tail.
Yeah, like a raccoon tail. He's got like a heffalump and woozle and a pink elephant, and yeah,
his body looks like it's made out of cotton candy too. That's interesting.
Yeah, so it was definitely an imaginary friend, but yeah, it looks yeah. Obviously that's the thing of putting it onto a pop, but it is 137 from the Disney range. But yeah, it looks pretty interesting. Yeah, so it's when Riley is rooted from the Midwest. It's
look at somebody. Yeah, I wonder what's going on inside their head. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was whatever was going on inside the head of whoever was designing that was. But yeah, you can see when looking at it now, like you can see that tail on the back.
Yeah, there you go.
And you can see the feet are slightly done up, and now he's got his gloves on. It's that kind of thing of looking at the picture, comparing it to the character. You can actually see where it's coming from.
That's true.
So that looks pretty cool. And now let's have a quick look here as well at two other pops that have come up from the Marvel side.
These two I'm excited for.
Yes.
Because they look phenomenal.
Yes, here we go. Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket. Now, these guys look very, very different. I'm really excited about Ant-Man, the movie. I know very little about Ant-Man. He was one of the comic books I didn't really read as a kid. Mm-hmm. But what are your first impressions on these two pops?
I love it. It's because it's not only... Usually when you see a masked pop, you don't really get to see the eyes, and this is translucent. You know what I mean? This looks like it's layered, which is awesome because now you get to see the eyes beneath the masks. And the masks in general are cool, and just to see them in pop form. I love the Ant-Man. However, I kind of like the Yellow Jacket just a little bit more, only because of the extra stingers coming out in the back and the colors. It's awesome. What do you think?
I mean, to me, it's just like they just stand out as being extremely differently designed. They kind of look a little bit like Transformers.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
You know, that kind of a Bumblebee and sort of, you know, just the overall mechanical heads. But looking at the detail on the scope on that face, on that head, you know, you can really see all the little lines in the body, and like you said, the stingers on the back. Really, but it's like you said, those it's the eyes that really get in. So I'm
Yeah,
definitely going to
it
put
lets
these
you know.
in a pre-order.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, I'm just in general quite excited about Ant-Man.
Yeah, and honestly, in correlation to these two, it also leaves me to wonder what the collector's corpse for Marvel is going to be, because usually they say that's an all exclusive. So who knows what you'll get there for Ant-Man?
Yeah, well, I mean, they've said that there's going to be the next collector's corp is an Ant-Man box. So it's obviously because June is when the movie comes out.
Right.
So it could be an exclusive variant version of maybe Ant-Man. Be interesting. But
Yeah.
I think with Ant-Man, I mean, I think it's been it's one of those Marvel movies. I think it's been a slightly, I think, you know, some people have gone, oh, is this one going to be the one that lets everything down? And I think just in general, Ant-Man is probably one of those characters that is less well known. It's people don't know about it. And I think it's the same thing with the Inside Out, really, where, you know, when new characters are coming out that people aren't aware of, people are usually a bit like, oh, I'm not too sure. Once the movie comes out, everyone goes, I want one of them.
Yeah.
And I think Ant-Man is going to be like, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy last year was exactly the same. A lot of people going, Groot? Who's Groot? You know, obviously, if you're a comic book fan, it was fine. But I think some of these characters are a lot less known in the wide media.
One thing that does help Ant-Man, though, is a lot of people who weren't familiar with it got to see a trailer before Age of Ultron, and I did hear a lot of laughs and a lot of "ooh, we got to see this" in the crowd. So hopefully that works out for them.
Yeah, no, it's definitely on my radar to go see. I mean, I love all the Marvel movies anyway, but I do like sometimes it's, you know, especially if and I think Ant-Man's going to be in Civil War.
Yes,
So
already confirmed.
yeah, so it's this kind of thing of it's just part of the Marvel universe, and you know, you just got to jump on board. But as far as all those pops go, I think they look really cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. I think I might pick up at least the Ant-Man and the
Yeah, I mean, the Inside Out ones, I've only got Anger pre-ordered. I'm not entirely too sure if I want all of them just yet, but I'm sure.
I don't personally. I don't want Bing Bong though. I don't want Bing Bong.
No, I think I might buy. I could buy it for my brother. Yeah, buy it for my brother for Christmas.
We'll figure it out at one.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, remember you can always hit that subscribe button, comment below with your thoughts, and check us out on our websites, diskingdom.com, but also on our sister site, popvinyls.com, which is our main sort of Pop Vinyls website. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you guys later.
Later, guys. Thank you.